Today, though, World Diabetes Day, it honors the birthday of Sir Frederick Banting. He and Charles Best co-discovered insulin way back in 1922.
But in the U.S., the cost of that insulin remains very high. Arnoa Gastineau has more.
It costs $3 to $5 to make a vial of insulin, and the out-of-pocket expense is anywhere from $300 to $800.
That is why Molly King, a diabetic herself and a member with the Indiana chapter of T1 International, wants to make sure that the Indiana chapter, along with the other chapters in both the U.S. and around the world, continue to fight for affordable insulin.
We advocate for insulin affordability and affordability of other necessary diabetes products, continuous glucose monitors, insulin pumps, anything like that, that makes living with diabetes more manageable, and that insulin that's needed for us to sustain our life.
Diabetes has changed from being just a juvenile diabetes to an autoimmune disease, but it comes with a mental toll that people may not realize that diabetics face every day.
People with type 1 diabetes make an average of 180 extra decisions a day that are just related to their health. That's not related to their job or their friendships or their relationships or anything like that. It is strictly about keeping themselves alive.
T1 International was founded in 2013 and hasn't stopped trying to reach their goal.
Every conversation that has been about insulin pricing, whether that's at a federal level or a state level within different states across the country, T1 International has had a voice in that conversation. Our ultimate goal is for insulin to be affordable.
With the price of insulin being what it is, some diabetics are forced to try and ration it, which can be very harmful.
Globally right now, 1 in 2 people that don't have adequate access to the insulin that they need will ration their insulin. That's what led me to have a stay in the ICU a few years ago, was because I was rationing my insulin because I couldn't afford it. And so having lived through that experience and now being on the other side, I can't sit and say, oh, this is fine, everything's fine, because it's not.
The price of insulin is a big concern here in the United States, while other countries have different legislations that have made insulin more accessible.
I can go into a pharmacy within the Canadian country and walk out with a 6-month supply of both types of insulin that I use for what it costs me for a month's supply here within the United States.
T1 International knows the issue on insulin price is something that is seen by both sides of the aisle.
Insulin affordability is not a right issue or a left issue. It's an issue that affects every person, whether they realize it or not. And so our goal is to make sure that it is affordable for everyone. It's not a political issue. It is a human issue.
Reporting in Terre Haute, I'm Noah Gastineau for your local news leader.
Now, the Treehouse in Terre Haute plans to give a portion of their sales today to T1 International. Maggie and Moe's Coffee will give a portion of their sales to T1 International through the end of business tomorrow. For those of you who want to know more about that group, there are chapters in both Indiana and Illinois.